All right, guys. Guys, I honestly and truthfully, wholeheartedly apologize. I mean to start this at 9 p.m. and I found out late that General Africa had to finish working, so I didn't get the message. So yeah, and me, I was chasing down runaway kids that they just want to run away. Why do they always want to run away when I got something to do? Why? Why? They just always do. They just always do. But guys, we're gonna talk about some stuff, man. We're gonna talk all MMA talk. We're gonna go ahead and get this thing going. And yeah, man, it's gonna be a good thing. Okay, it's gonna be a good thing. And that's just the way that is. That's just the way that is. To come get this word Mobcast, guys. Two of y'all in the building. Two of y'all in the god doggone building. Hey, man, that's what it is, y'all. That's what it is. Hopefully, y'all forgive me, man. I'm gonna prepare ahead of time, though, man. I'm gonna prepare ahead of time, and me in general, we'll get a couple of backup moderators, man, that can help us, and that's gonna be the solution. That's gonna be the end solution to how we fix the problem. Now, my next thing is I gotta figure out the comment thread. There it is. I gotta get on that through my phone. So y'all see that? Yeah. Okay. All right. All the links have been sent out. Every link has been sent. And guys, I'm not going to send. Check your email, Keith. Check your email. Check your email. Check it thoroughly, please. Every link has been sent. Because I'm definitely getting out of the business of sending a link during the stream. Oh, PK. Okay. Now I know. Let me see. PK. Are you P Keller? Wait a minute. What's your email? What's your email? Okay. The links. What's your email? Yours is the only one. Because man, we hit the ground rolling. I want to say you're PK. You're P Keller, right? Let me know if that's you. Okay. General Africa. I don't see General Africa. Is he in the building? Is he in the building? No. I'm the only one here. Okay, we got the body snatcher, Keith Brown, MMA and boxing. He's in the building. Okay.
Yeah, what's on, Coach?
What's going on? Keith Brown in the building. All
Man,
right. PK Boxing and MMA. Let me know who you are. Is your email PK? I don't know, P Keller. Just let me know if that's you, man. If that's you, I'll send that link because I don't want to send a link to the wrong person. Get some troll coming here, and then we got to slap him at the wrench. We got to slap him with that wrench, man. That's what we do to trolls. Oh, okay. So that is you, P Keller. All right, because I want to go ahead and get started and be
the
done
next
with
week.
this by 10:45.
Yeah.
Okay. So P Keller, let me know. PK Boxing. Just put your email down here again, because on this channel, all the emails aren't saved. So yeah, man, you definitely welcome to get on. Let's come get this work, man. We're gonna talk everything MMA, not just women, everything MMA, man.
Yeah.
Okay, it's PK Boxing Talk. See, I would have sent a guy named P Keller, and it would have been probably Fat Boy. It's probably Fat Boy, and Fat Boy, I know you listening, okay? And before I started off, Fat Boy, okay, I told you whether you like it or don't like it, you sit down and listen to it because you're too stupid not to watch the video, Fat Boy. I slapped the taste out your mouth. The culture slapped the taste out of your mouth, Fat Boy. Huh? What you got to say about that? That's right. You'll say absolutely nothing. Keith.
Yeah,
What's
you
going on,
talking
man?
about Fat Boy again. It'd be funny when you be talking about Fat Boy.
Yeah.
So Fat Boy ain't gonna be able to fit at the kitchen table because his stomach gonna get too big.
Nah, his stomach is gonna get too big. He is slapped the excuse me, PG-13 channel.
Oh,
Slap. I will
yeah.
slap the piss right out that dude's mouth, man. Is what I do.
Oh man.
Y'all know. Y'all know I do what I do, but man, let's get on here. Let's come get this work. Okay, all the links are sent, y'all. No more links. Everybody who roll, The
Okay,
links
Jen
again.
in the
We got the
building.
phone.
Hey.
Look at Genesis Green in the building.
Genesis.
Genesis Green is in the building. Okay.
Lord, I just left the gym. It was real
Me and you
intense.
both just got
Yeah.
just got done with some heavy network.
Man, let me tell you something. I just got done with some fucking heavyweight sparring.
Yeah, I did that yesterday, man. It was intense.
It sure was intense. It's always intense for me because I'm the only girl at that gym. So I be sparring with these guys.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
I
Yes.
be rocking that motherfucking world.
yeah, Coach. Me and Genesis one day gonna get together and train together.
Y'all
He
go
gonna
ahead
show
and
me
get
some stuff.
y'all go ahead and
Coach,
get
why
that.
you
Y'all go ahead and get
what-
that sparring going. Y'all get
Yeah,
it.
yeah, we will. It's all gonna be out of love regardless, but we will spar. We was talking about that the other day.
Yeah, and shout out guys. And you know what we're gonna start doing on this channel, man? We're all right, so we're gonna build this channel. Okay, we're gonna build this channel up, and actually, we're gonna do what we do, like, how we do the super chats on my channel. I put like a general, I don't know, a PayPal or whatever, and people want to give, man. If a fight is near, like, anybody, in the panel that just want to go to a fight, man, we just go ahead and just send that on over to them, man. They can just get their ticket, man. See, that's what I want to do. See, I got a lot of big things, man, that I'm thinking about, but you know, I just gotta I just gotta get in all the people to flow just in the right order, man, so we can pull this thing off. But it is what it is.
it'll happen.
Sound like a good idea.
Gonna get it. Got a lot of things I'm working on. Just can't say much, but man.
Yeah.
I know.
No,
Okay,
next week
folks.
Thursday, I definitely got to join on. It's my birthday next week Thursday.
Oh, it's your birthday. Well,
Happy
man.
birthday, old ass man.
Oh
Damn.
God.
Damn.
Oh yeah, I will be 31 though.
Well, y'all, let's go ahead and let's get it in. So Khabib never Nurmagomedov, okay? Khabib never Nurmagomedov. He done pull rank. He pretty much done told the UFC what they can do. He said, "Look, y'all can keep my purse, okay? I don't care nothing about that. Y'all can keep my damn purse. And if you want to keep this purse, you keep the purse. But you fire my boy, I'm out, okay? We'll start with you first, Genesis. I mean, what are your ultimate thoughts about that whole scenario with Khabib? Let's cook.
um, I'm surprised because he usually don't say nothing. He's never been the type to like really talk shit or be outspoken about anything. So this is a different side of him. I kind of like it. I kind of like it. I kind of like him being outspoken and stuff. He was too damn soft for me. He was. He was real pussy about the situation, about everything, really. I mean, yeah, he won his fights, but he don't talk shit. He don't call people out. He don't say nothing. So to actually hear him say that, that's that mob boss talking.
Dang, dang,
For
man.
real.
Drop the
That's the
nuggets.
man. That's the man behind him calling the shots. That ain't Khabib.
Okay, all right, you got Keith over there laughing. Okay, all right. Well, speaking of you, body snatcher, I mean, I don't know, man. What are your thoughts, man? What are your thoughts
Yeah, yeah.
on
Only
Khabib saying, "Hey, you going to keep this check"?
yeah. Only thing I asked who he meant. If they fire his boy, he out. Now who is that? And then I probably got answer a little more better.
Are you
You
going
know,
to elaborate, or are you just going? I mean, that's it.
no. I was asking you a question first, real quick. Now I said, who was that you said, and if they fire his boy, that he out the UFC. Now who's the person though? His boy.
I can't pronounce these dudes' name, man. It was his name Zermer. Come on, man, don't get me. I
You
can't pronounce his name.
you
Damn,
know all them people got weird ass names. Don't do that to coach.
God.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I don't blame him for feeling the way he do because man, it kept his check, and Conor McGregor get a pass for everything, and he probably just full of how the USC run and how they favoritism. So man, so I just wonder what he would do if he don't fight in the UFC. Like what other sport he'll go to, like Like I don't know, will he just go strictly into jujitsu since he's great on grappling? I just wonder what he would do if he don't do UFC, or would he go into a different type of MMA or anything? But I don't blame him for feeling that way. Conor McGregor get a pass for everything with his alcoholic ass. So man, Khabib just like Genesis say, he finally speaking up though.
Okay, my man PK boxing and MMA, man. What are your thoughts, man, about Khabib? Saying, hey, Dana White, can hey y'all can have that damn paycheck. I don't care nothing about it.
Man, first of all, Coach, salute and thank you very much for having me on. General Africa, salute to everybody else on the panel, Genesis, Body Snatcher, everybody else on the panel, everybody in the chat, everybody in the LD MMAC, everybody in the LDBC, salute, good evening. Man, I have I've definitely, I was very critical of Khabib post-fight, but what you're saying is absolutely right about Conor. Conor always gets a pass. He's Dana's pet. He can pretty much get away with murder. So I don't really have a problem with Khabib feeling the way he does, especially in regards to Dana White. He should definitely keep his title. I don't think he should be stripped of his title at all, and I don't think he should have his purse taken. Now, I mean, if you're going to suspend everyone, I think you keep it. I think there was blame on both sides, so I think you keep it even, and you suspend them both for an equal amount of time. But Khabib beat the shit out of Conor, so Conor doesn't deserve a rematch. Khabib is pretty much has a lot of leverage right now, and I don't have a problem with at all him kind of flexing on Dana. Dana deserves to get fucking kind of muscled up on, so that's kind of how I feel about
it. Okay, all right. So, okay, I see George Page just rolled up in the building. Okay, George, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts about Khabib telling Dana White that I don't care nothing about this paycheck. You can keep that damn paycheck.
Well, I don't know if I could be Khabib saying, "Hey, keep the money. Hey, I got family to feed. I know you got your friends and stuff. They probably support you, but that's true. If that's your friend and he's down with you, but he has to understand that what his part in it was wrong. I mean, attacking Conor. I know you don't like Conor, and I know he started the shitstorm himself, but you shouldn't have attacked him. But anyway, that guy should maybe just be barred from coming around for a while, maybe a suspension for him. Khabib gets a suspension. We all know that Dana will give Conor a suspension, even though he started this whole mess. But I can understand you want to stand by your friend, but at the same time, you know what, you got a family to feed and you got bills to pay, and you need your money.
I don't know, man. My whole thought on this thing, man. In a real life, Conor McGregor gets his ass killed. In real life, okay. See, not this guy that he playing on TV, not Mystic Mac. In real life, Mystic Mac gets his ass shot. Okay, that's real life. Okay, on the street, Mystic Mac will get his ass whooped. Okay, doing some of the stuff that he do, and it's getting to the point, man, where they are allowing this guy to pretty much run amok the whole company. They're allowing him to do it. He can do whatever he chooses. He can say what he want to say. Ain't no consequences. Now, when he found a real one like Khabib, that went in there and now he got his ass whooped. Now everybody trying to pull, everybody trying to comfort Conor because Conor got the hell beat out of him. They're trying to make him feel good about himself. And basically, we all just need to say, boy, you got your ass whooped. That's just how that is. I mean, Conor McGregor got the shit beat out of him. And you know what, man? It felt good watching that because, dang, this is for all the people who maybe the fighter didn't get an opportunity because Dana White had to cater to this little spoiled punk ass dude. Or this is to every fighter that he disrespected. This is for that fan that he took the fan's glove and rolled off with it and laughed when the fan just wanted an autograph. That's for that fan. See, all these people got vindicated in one night, in one whole night. And Conor crying, I want a rematch. I want a rematch. Yeah. Hey, let's push for that rematch because we're going to see him get his ass whooped again. Yeah. I would love to see him get beat up twice. Love it. Anybody else, man?
Yeah. Man, I was happy to see Conor, man, get his ass whooped like that, man. I was going in. Then watched it with my one brother. he a Conor McGregor fan, and I was rubbing it in his face all night. He was getting mad. He was getting mad as hell. He was like, man, fuck you, man. He getting I said, I was rubbing it all in his face, singing the song like, Conor's got the tap. Because I seen it coming. But, man, one thing about that is like, yeah, it's like, I was just happy because, man, like the way he talked about Khabib culture and his dad and everything like that, man, I said, yeah. I said, one day, I said, somebody going to get him good, though. And, man, he got it that Saturday night. And then he get a rematch. And that way, Conor just don't seem hungry no more like he used to be, too. Like, ever since he fought Floyd Mayweather and got all that money, it's like, I don't know if he got the same hunger as when he was dominating the sport, though. Do y'all see his hunger still there, or y'all think it just went away? Because he basically said a little bit in that one press conference, he like, well, I made a lot of money in my last fight. Keith Beef say, yeah, you fight for money, I fight for legacy.
Yeah, I don't know if he has the hunger anymore, and I honestly, I think Floyd took a little piece of him that night, man. He took a serious beating in that Floyd fight, and he didn't look like the same McGregor. I don't know if that's what it was or if it was just a layoff or what, but he didn't look right. I think Nick Diaz said something about that recently too in an interview, like he just didn't look like Conor, man. But I don't know. But yeah, it was Conor, just get your ass to the back of the fucking line, man. You got handled. And I want to see Conor work his way back through and fight some of these other guys in lightweight, man. Lightweight is deep. I want to see him fight Justin Gaethje. I want to see him fight Kevin Lee. I want to see him fight all these other guys in lightweight, man. So Conor needs to take a back fucking seat. But, man, you know how Dana does, man. We'll probably see a fucking rematch. But I hope that's not what happens, man. I hope we see Khabib versus Tony.
It made me think of that part in you know I like these movie reference, that part in Coming to America when in the barbershop and y'all talking about when when they say they pull Joe Louis, talk about Joe Louis now, y'all pulling Rocky Marciano, y'all pull why people are putting Rocky Marciano on his ass, I'm pulling Rocky Marciano on his ass, but Joe Louis did take an ass whooping, that's the same thing with Conor McGregor. He did take an ass whooping. He's Joe Louis. He got Khabib's Rocky Marciano. Rocky Marciano dodged Floyd Patterson and Archie Moore, and the mob didn't want him to fight Sonny Liston.
Yeah. Let me add one quick thing real quick. Okay. And it kind of losing like that remind me of Joanna kind of, because especially if they get a rematch, and if he lose it, that would really remind me of Joanna with the Rose situation. This all that trash talking, and then get your ass whooped.
You notice that this is what you notice.
Listen. Buddy. Yeah, I mean, what about Joanna, huh? I mean, she got what she wanted too, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, anybody care to talk? Because Conor McGregor, man, we already know what we think about him, but why is it, man? How can Joanna? And this is just my question, because this is where the biased part of me do come out. Like, so okay, how does Joanna get another crack at the title? Okay, like she gets another crack, and I understand that she's a draw, supposedly supposed to be a draw. Okay, she's a decent draw. She's not the biggest draw, but she's a decent draw. Okay, and then Joanna can turn down a fight. Granted, the fight is going to happen in December. But just think about it, man. Joanna turned down the fight. So is Joanna more powerful than we think she is in the UFC? I mean, maybe y'all can, maybe you guys can elaborate on that.
Well, it's like this. She's in that same line with Conor and Ronda. You remember each of them, when Ronda came back after she lost against Holly Holm, she fought Amanda Nunes and got her ass handed to her. And then here comes, but this is a different opponent. She fought a different opponent. And this is with Joanna. She gets a shot at the same person who beat her, and that person whooped her ass. I don't know if Dana's going to give her a third chance. I don't know. It's one thing with Ronda, maybe with Conor, but I don't really see her getting another shot at the title. She has to work her way up, more or less. I think what's going to happen is Rose going to fight Jessica Andrade, and then Rose going to run through Jessica, and then she's going to wait probably between Joanna, maybe Tatiana Suarez, or also See how far Nina Azaroff gets. But I think her next opponent, if she beats Jessica, when she beats Jessica Andrade, more likely it's going to be a continuation match between Tatiana and JJ when she gets from out of the hospital after Valentina puts it in ICU unit.
Dang. Okay, so let's go ahead, Genesis. Let's go to you. Okay, what are your thoughts? Okay, about the whole Joanna situation.
Just like everybody else is saying, it's favoritism. The UFC have their fighters that they know, no matter if they win or lose, they can always make money off of them. I mean, so that's just what it is. So I think they're gonna always give her all types of favoritism just because she's one strawweight that's marketable. No matter who you put her in there with, she could sell tickets. She can get people to come to the fights. So I think it's gonna stay like that with her for a good little minute. Even Connor, even though he lost, they gave him $57.2 million for that fight, even though he took an ass whipping.
Wait a
That's a
minute.
lot. That's a
How
lot
much
of
money
money.
he got for that fight?
$57.2 million.
Nuh-uh. Seriously.
Whoa,
That's what they say. I looked at the thing online, and that was his
yo,
earning. That
Okay,
was his
hold on.
earning from that
Dennis,
fight.
we need Dennis breaking news Espinoza. He's in the comment thread. Okay.
I,
We
s- I
we
s-
knew we we need Dennis breaking news Espinoza, man. We need him
Dennis,
in here, man. Dennis, okay, he's in the Dennis, I need you to check this out, man. Dennis breaking news Espinoza, please check this out. Okay. I mean, yeah. I
I,
can't play the
I,
music on this account. I got to figure out how to link my other because I had to throw my regular account off, man. I just dun 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 dun. Okay, Dennis, come on, just make that happen, okay? Make that happen. Okay, Patrick, PK, go ahead, man, and tell us your thoughts, man, on the whole Joanna, because I know you was giving some heat, man. Go ahead.
Oh, I mean, I don't really have much to add other than what everybody else. I mean, I pretty much concur with what George and Genesis and everybody else said. Like when the UFC, especially Dan in the UFC, they find someone they can make money off of. They're just going to squeeze them every last dollar out of them. And Joanna has been history has shown that she's one of those fighters for the UFC. So yeah, I agree with pretty much what everybody else said.
Okay, well let's see. Stamina said when he disagree, he gonna come in, so we got it. All right, the body snatcher, Keith Brown. Okay, the body snatcher. I mean, just give us your thoughts, man, about Jan Jacek, man. Like, how she can just kind of pretty much say, F it. I ain't fighting. I don't even care if it's for a title because I know y'all need me.
yeah, man. She definitely got a big old ego as far as sport period because it's all because Dana White always he go by whoever could sell the tickets the fastest and all that and bring the most money in, like you be saying on your videos, is who he liked the most. So it's definitely too much favoritism going on, and it looked like she going to fight for another title shot, even though I don't think she gonna win it. It is all BS though, and man, this the way she carry herself is some BS though, cause she another one talking about Rose mental health and everything. Yeah, I can never respect her as a person. Maybe as a fighter, I got a little more respect, but as a person, no, I can't never respect her as a person.
But I gotta give it to Bojangle Check. Girl can talk some junk. Girl can talk a gang of stuff. That girl can sell a fight. Look, man, I think even if Bojangle Check had like two teeth in her mouth, a black eye, and a patch over one of the eyes, man, look, they're still Joanna will find a way to talk some trash and sell a fight, man. That's probably the one good thing about her, man. The one good thing about her, she can sell a fight, bring attention to the division. Because let's just face it, man. If really and honestly, if your name not Ronda Rousey, and people still got Ronda Rousey on the brain, if your name ain't Ronda Rousey, it's gonna take a while, man. I mean, for some of these female fighters to cross over and be like a household name. Ronda Rousey a household name, man. You got kids, you got people. Everybody know Ronda Rousey, okay? Chris Cyborg, she trying to be there, but she don't have that popularity like Ronda. Joanna don't have that kind of popularity. Valentina don't have it. They're popular, but they're not like household names yet, man. Everybody ain't in there watching. Ain't nobody checking for them, man. So it is what it is. Okay, guys. So some of this I couldn't fit everything in the title. Okay, couldn't fit everything in the title, but I want to talk about this matchup. Okay, Derek Lewis, the Black Beast, versus Daniel Cormier. Okay, short notice fight. Oh man, and I'm finna start it. I'm finna start it. I'm gonna get the conversation started, and I don't know who's gonna get to work worse. Okay, so the Black Beast took a short notice fight. He just got his ass whooped by Volkov. I know he knocked Volkov out, y'all. Volkov whooped Derek Lewis' ass. That's just Derek Lewis got lucky. Caught him with a lucky shot. You guys, y'all give me your opinion. We'll start with you first, Genesis.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now that you took the mute off, Genesis Green.
Coach, don't start your shit. Um, this gonna be an easy win for DC. I mean, cause for the simple fact, look at how he fight. Nothing about his fighting style or anything about him is spectacular. I mean, if you're a good fighter and you can counter him and time that right hand he gonna throw, I mean, that's it. And he don't even have a fucking gas tank, so I don't even understand why would he take a fight with DC when he don't even have no damn cardio. He really lost the fight that he just had. He lucked up by the grace of God and popped the shit out that man. That's the only reason he won. Cause that guy won. That guy was really winning on the score sheet. So technically, in my mind, he don't deserve no damn title shot just because he got in a lucky throw. I mean, hey, that's just me. DC is going to tag the shit out of his big nasty ass.
God dog. God dog. Okay. All right, George, man. What do you think about this matchup, man? Daniel Cormier, okay? Daniel Cormier versus Derek the Beast Lewis. Derek the Black Beast Lewis, sorry.
Well, like I said, I see all the fight. I see the clips. Somebody make a meal of him knocking out that Russian dude using, it was crazy. It's on Twitter. I've been laughing my ass off the past few days since I've seen it. But this has just been barely 3 weeks, about 3 weeks to the next fight. Then you got to start getting in the gym again and start your cardio. You already got beat up. You barely gonna have time to heal. And then you had DC's been sitting off for at least 2, 3 months since the last fight with Stipe. I mean, you got a real healthy guy, got a guy who's already been through a war. And a thing about the Black Beast, I've seen him. I remember before Trevor Brown beat his ass because he like guys beat on his wife. I respect him for that. But the thing about what we say about his fighting style, this is basically I'm gonna speak like this. It it's like a $10 hooker. It's not pretty, but gets the job done.
George Cage, don't start that bullshit tonight.
Hey, be careful. Put the muzzle on. Put the muzzle on.
Put yours back on, big boy.
Yeah, I'm a big boy. But I'm not fat boy.
Okay. All right. So PK, let's go to you, man.
Oh man. Okay, so I have so much that I want to say about this fight. I'm going to try and keep it as condensed and concise as I possibly fucking can.
Go ahead.
I
Cook.
tend to run a little long-winded, man, but we'll see. All right, so first of all, that fight was incredible because it's so crazy with Derek Lewis. Like, there are some points where it's just like, God, how is this guy ranked as high as he is? Like, he looks terrible. Like, his cardio so bad, his posture, his body language. But then all of a sudden, he just uncorks these fucking bombs. And the crazy thing is, Derek Lewis. I'm not a huge like stat nerd guy, but Derek Lewis is tied with only Kane for the most heavyweight knockouts in UFC history. So Derek Lewis is not to be underestimated. He's not to be slept on. But, I mean, if you're looking at that fight and you're breaking down DC and Derek Lewis, I mean, on paper, it is just a clear-cut victory for Daniel Cormier. But I think that's an exciting fight because of the power that Derek Lewis has. And he has some intangibles, too. Like, he has a pretty good chin. I thought there were like 3 or 4 times that I thought he was just he was going to go down. I was like, this fight's over. This fight's over. I said that out loud like 3 or 4 times, and sure enough, like with 11 seconds left. So yeah, it's fireworks, and I'm so entertained watching that guy fight. But man, when you look at that matchup, it's not good for Lewis, especially with a quick turnaround like that, and like he took a lot of damage in that fight. So yeah, on paper and the breakdown, I'm definitely going to favor Cormier, but it is exciting because of Lewis's power. But yeah, that's what I'd say on it.
Okay, all right. Body snatcher, what's up, man?
Yeah, man. Definitely. Already about to say, got Daniel Cormier definitely winning. Yeah, with the Black Beast, which I mean, I can see why that's his name because he got power, but the way he ain't look like no Black Beast in that fight though. But anyway, man, yeah, like y'all always saying how his cardio tank do suck though. Like, man, this dude need to do some world work and stop hanging with Fat Boy and getting fat and maybe that up and do some world work. Cause man, DC ain't coming to play with him, man. And I know DC, they both some 2 fat boys about to get it in the octagon, but DC, man, there's levels to this though, and I know DC definitely got that better edge with just the way he fight. So man, and it's a short notice, so man, he better get in that gym nonstop, working on cardio. Need to be running like at least 5 to 7 miles at a time, man, every day until the fight come up, and better be working on everything because I remember in that fight he just had, he was acting like he got poked in his eye. I think he was just trying to get his breath back instead though. But that's just my thoughts though.
Yeah, that's the same thing I said in the video, man. I said, man, Derek Lewis big ass. Man, that dude, he didn't get poked in his eye, man. He didn't get poked. He got poked in his eye by that darn turkey leg, man, that he had. That's what poked him in the eye, man. Man, come on, man, man got poked in the eye. You ain't get poked in no eye. And Volkov looking at him like, come on, man, I ain't poked you in the eye. You trying to catch a breather, man, because you sucking up all the air, man. Sucking up all that damn air, like tiptoeing around the octagon, scared to move because he feel like if he walked halfway across the octagon, he ain't gonna be able to catch his damn breath. I mean, man, come on, man. And the blueprint to beating Derek Lewis is out there. All you gotta do is hit him in the body. All you gotta do is do a sustained attack to the body, man. That dude is out of there. Volkov, I don't know what the hell. What was Volkov thinking, man? I'm sitting here thinking, damn, Volkov, you gotta be the dumbest fool on God's green earth. Like he was trying to headhunt Derek Lewis. You are not going to knock that big coconut watermelon head bastard out. You're not going to do it that way. And I kept yelling at the screen. I kept trying to tell Volkov as if he can hear me. I kept saying, Volkov, just kick him in the stomach. He's out. He's out of there. Derek Lewis was ready to go. But then the Black Beast pulled back and hit him with that right hand. Derek Lewis pulled that right hand from his nutsack because, he was talking about his balls. So he pulled that from his balls and boop, Volkov went to sleep. I said, God dog, man. This got to be the best comeback in MMA history, man. Volkov gave Derek Lewis a highlight reel because Volkov was just stupid, man. And I got to say it, man. I don't even care if there's any Volkov fans running around here. Like as if I give a damn anyway, if you're a Volkov fan or not, okay? I don't care. Volkov did some dumb stuff. And his corner told him, man, you got this one. His corner was telling him. They told this idiot. They said, dude, you got this one. Don't do anything reckless. What did Volkov do?
Reckless.
Got in there and got reckless. I said, God dog, talk about somebody who don't listen to their corner. Ouch.
Yeah.
Ouch. And hey, did y'all notice too when he got knocked out? His corner wasn't even that fast. Yeah, two of the guys ain't even come out there, man. I guess they were like, yeah, you don't listen no damn way. Lay on that canvas and think about what the hell you did.
They probably just like when he got back to the locker room, they probably laughing his ass. I mean, said, man, you had that fat bastard on the ropes. All you had to do was hit him in the gut. He was done. But we told you, he didn't listen. He didn't listen to you. He didn't. And then he just mollywopped you.
I don't understand why some people don't go to the body more anyway. It's a bigger target, especially his big ass. That's a nice accurate target to hit easily.
I'm gonna tell you, don't. I don't want people to take this as a hate campaign. Like, man, you hating on the black beast. I like Derek Lewis. I just don't think he take the craft seriously, man. Like, I'm gonna tell you what I think, man. And I swear to God, I'm gonna tell you what I think. I think this dude, honestly, man, I think this dude go do whatever he want to do. He might go in there, he'll spar a little bit. He ain't doing no road work. He ain't really doing no lifting. I think Derek Lewis just go in there and spar. Like, I'm talking about like do striking practice. I think that's all he do. Then he leave, go home, eat what he want, no cardio, no running, no nothing. I think this dude is not even a kind. Man, I bet you, I'd be willing to bet his training camp. They probably he make them frustrated. I guarantee he make them dudes frustrated, man. Cause they be like, dang, man, I wish you come in here and really work hard, man. I don't think this dude don't remind me of somebody who work hard, man. I don't think so, man. Hey, Derek Lewis is blessed with athleticism, man. He's blessed
Yeah,
with
coach.
extreme athleticism. And he's been using that. He's been using his athleticism to really get by. But see, the more that Derek Lewis go up that ladder, and the more if he fight for a title, look, man, DC skillful. DC finna beat the hell out of this dude. I'm talking about the Black Beast finna get he finna get his ass whooped. I'm talking about he finna go in there and he just finna do whatever he want to this guy. Whatever he want, because I mean DC the man. DC the man. DC got the skills, man. It's stand up. I think Derek Lewis got. I think Derek Lewis. I think his stand up better. I think his stand up better. But DC know how to engage in a clinch, man. DC know how to do little tricks, them veteran tricks, man. You do with the head. DC know how to stop the damage, man. Like what he was doing to Stipe. Yeah, we're gonna talk about Stipe, man. Stipe's salty right now too. But talking about like Stipe. Yeah, y'all hear what Stipe said, man? He came out with this article saying that Daniel Cormier didn't want to fight him because of Stipe can do a lot of stuff well, and Derek Lewis only does one thing well, and so Stipe trying to make it seem like DC ducking him, and gosh, man, that's what he making it sound like DC ducking him. So
Can
we'll
I say
start with
something?
you. We'll start with hold on, man. We'll start with you, Arpit. So let's go ahead, man. Give us your
The
opinion. I'm changing the topics right now, man. Give
Okay,
us your
okay.
opinion on what you think, man, about what
I'm
Steve
gonna say
his
I'm
comment.
gonna say a lot. I'm gonna say a lot.
Oh damn.
Uh, this is a prime example of when boss don't like you. Simple as put that. Boss Steve deserve a rematch. Everybody know that, and Dynamite don't like him. Simple as that. And he didn't give to the Steve. He, even Derek, even Luis said that he don't deserve a title shot right now. But out of a blue, we get Steve was sorry the DC versus Luis. For what reason I don't know.
Okay. I mean, shoot. Hey man, that's Arpit Singh, man. Hey Arpit, real quick. Your response to TJ347, the constant bullying that he has been administering you. Your quick response to TJ347, Arpit.
Nothing else. Nothing. He's just always pulling my leg for Megan Anderson. I'm gonna spot her no matter what. Ah,
Oh man, Arpit. Yeah, I got to help you come up with some material, man, to get back at him.
I will. I will.
TJ347.
I will.
He needs he needs to go to I think
Yeah,
see
this
like
is static.
Chael Sonnen and some other shit talking shit make up a school and RP be their first student.
It's okay, Arpin. I'm gonna help you. I'm
Yeah,
gonna teach you how
Genesis,
to
let's
Okay.
talk
go.
shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
And
Let's,
one more time, I want to say something before I go
All right.
about about Valentina versus Johanna. Uh, UFC become a shit show day by day. First of all, you book a show between two athletes, Sarza versus Valentina, and all of a sudden you change it. I know that this fight between Valentina and Sergeant Evans is not a money fight, but why in the first place you put that fight? Why? Tell me that if you want to insult your athletes, no reason for that, no reason at all. First you give them a false hope, then you take it away from their hope. This that's why people are leaving UFC. UFC becoming day by day is a shit show. I don't know why.
Man, guys, the
Woo.
legendary Arpit Singh has went in. Okay, and my girl Genesis Green. What do you think about Stipe's comments about Daniel Cormier? He said that that DC really I'm gonna put it in it. He said, look, the only reason why DC fighting Derek Lewis is because he don't want to fight me.
Mm, fight you for what? He already beat that ass.
So I mean, I don't know. See, Stipe said a lot though, man. He said that that he poses a
A
different
bigger
threat.
threat.
Yeah, he's just saying that Derek Lewis is just one dimensional and DC cherry picked this fight. So I mean, I don't know. Okay, what do you
I
think?
mean, even if that is so, he's a champion and he could do that. Shit, he didn't cherry pick the few fights his damn self.
No, no,
He
he
mad
didn't.
about that ass whipping.
Dana White did.
Okay. Well, okay, and I guess I'm trying to get you to elaborate. See, that's what thing.
Oh, okay. His feelings still hurt. That's what that is. His feelings is still hurt. I guess he feel like he deserve a quick turnaround rematch like everybody else, but I mean, it's just not happening for you, partner. It's
Well, I
not.
mean, but he was actually contemplating retiring. I mean,
Yeah,
he said
wasn't
a
he
lot of
supposed to
stuff.
retire anyway?
Yeah, I mean, he was contemplating retirement, and he said some other stuff, and I'm like, God, dog, retirement. I mean, okay. I mean, he got knocked out by DC. It's not like he got knocked out by the guy that just got off in well, not Invicta. I'm sorry. It's not like he just got knocked out by the guy that just came from LFA.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not like the dude got knocked out by the best right
But a lot of
now.
people they don't take losses well, coach. They don't. It fuck with their spirit. It do.
But DC said he got an offer he couldn't refuse. I'm talking about monetarily wise. Like for real, DC said I couldn't turn this down. It was too much money.
Shit, I wouldn't turn it down either. Oh well, fuck Steve. Hey, let him cry like a bitch. And hey, if you get your chance again after he get through ragtag and Derek Lewis ass, then hey,
Well, okay, okay. Now listen, this is exactly what Daniel said. This is what he said. He said I would not have accepted a rematch against Stipe Miocic on short notice. And I was about to call him out for this shit too. He's too good under these circumstances. Cormier said. I'm not saying Derek isn't good, but Stipe is capable of beating me in different ways. He does different things well. I think in this fight, Derek has to knock me out to win. Usually, if a guy only has one path to victory, I do pretty well. Yes, I will admit the opponent factored into this. Oh,
yeah. So see, he's saying it himself. Like this an easy win for me, and it's an easy payday. So I'm gonna go ahead and beat this ass.
oh boy. I don't know though, boy. I don't know. I gotta go on. I gotta go in on him halfway, just halfway,
Yeah, for
because
real.
he beat him. He beat him. He already knocked Stipe out. So I can't think that Daniel is actually afraid of a fade. But okay, I may go with the narrative that he's looking for a payday. I go with that, but boy, I got to go in halfway. It ain't gonna make people mad, but I got to go in about halfway.
Yeah,
I mean,
he ducking the fade too. Shit.
yeah. DC, I like DC, but DC don't want to deal with that dude again, man, because he
See.
he knew Stipe was a tough matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Like he didn't run through Steve Miocic. He didn't run through him. It was a tough matchup, man. And I'm gonna be honest, man. When you beat somebody tough, you ain't too thrilled about getting in there with him again. And I don't know if people ever fought before you. I mean, I know you have. I know
Mm-hmm.
Keith over there. He done fought. I'll be honest, man. You have a tough fight. You ain't trying to get back in there with him. You ain't trying to get back in him in that year, man. You look next year. Yeah. We'll fight again next year.
Coach, that's like going back back in the day to like a good street fight. You have a tough fight with somebody, you win, but it's by a landslide. Then you see the ass next week, and then they want to rematch. You like, damn, I don't know. That first fight was close. I don't know. You got to give me a little minute.
Well, now, Dennis. Now I gotta disagree with the Joanna, Dennis. See,
What is that?
Joanna was offered a title shot.
Yeah.
DC is already the champion. I'm sorry. To me, they kind of in the same boat. That's the only difference. Yeah. If I really was a Steve Miocic fan, I'd be saying this dude ducking a fade. Wait a minute. Well, whoa. So you admit to not wanting to fight my guy
Yeah.
because you feel as if you can go in and destroy the Black Beast? I would say, Daniel Cormier, how the hell are you gonna explain that, big boy? How you gonna explain that?
If he's so worried about the Black Beast and Stipe, what about John Jones's ass?
Yeah, John Jones still out there. All right,
Yeah.
but let me go to my man XA Gucci 23, man. XA, man.
Hello? You guys hear me?
Yeah,
How you brothers and sisters doing today?
good, man.
Good. I'm doing good,
What's
brother.
up, XA? How you doing, bro?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm just chilling
Hey,
back, watching a couple of videos, man. I still hear you guys, man.
Hey, Taiwan.
George Page, you still looking for trouble, man?
All right,
Yeah, but yeah, about the Stipe and DC situation, man. I would say this though. If I was Steve, and he should just worry about actually getting
oh, God, dog. You cutting in and out, XA.
on board. Learn what he learned from the DC fight, get a fight in, then see how DC and Derek Lewis paid out, and then trying to get a fight there. You know what I mean? Him sitting up there and whining to the UFC ain't gonna get him.
Okay,
You know,
God, dog. Okay, I think Control has got him. XA Gucci 23, guys. He will return shortly.
You got me,
Uh,
fat boy.
I don't know where he is, okay? I don't know where he is. Okay?
Nice.
All right. All right, my man Body Snatcher. Man, what do you think about Daniel Cormier's thoughts, man? He said, listen, Steve Pay, this is a guy I can't take no short notice fight against no Steve Pay. I mean, man, what kind of thoughts you got about that?
Man, definitely sound kind of fishy right there. Cause man, cause he, like you just broke it down. He basically explained how the Black Beast he don't got basically worry about, but when it come down to but when it come down to the other guy, he got it's like even though he say he might have knocked him out on one already, but it was a tough fight. Like you even said, when people have a tough fight, they really don't want to get right back in there with him. But at the same time, yeah, Dan Cormier, if you're a champion and if you train hard enough and you always at it, you're supposed to be ready for the unexpected. You're supposed to expect the unexpected, man. Could have went in there and fought him again, I feel. So I like he stuck fate. It almost sounds like a Joanna situation too. Like she ain't want Valentina in November, but she rather have her in December. So it's similar to that too.
Oh man, yeah. Well, hey, DC the champion, and I know, man, they gave him a choice now. Me as a fan, I know the outcome of this fight. This reminds me too much of boxing. Okay, I don't really care what the hell DC said. Okay, I don't give a damn what he said. You know what? I want to see the best fight the best. Okay. Now we got to stop letting the UFC off the hook. Okay. See, the UFC, and I agree with George in the comment thread. They can do what they want, man. It's they can change a contract at will. I mean, if you guys ever took time to really read one of those UFC contracts, I'm gonna tell y'all, man. It was about 35 pages of just me understanding now how some of the business work, like why they do some of the stupid shit that they do. It kind of gave me an understanding. I'm like, God, so these are slave contracts. Like when I read them, they slave contracts. Like, look, man, all the way down to the video game revenue. Okay, they determine they can use your likeness. Okay, and some people they don't even get any. What they do, they'll take a lump sum in their pay. They'll take a lump sum in their pay, or they'll take like a huge pay versus getting video game points or getting a portion of the revenue of the video game sales. It's crazy, man. There's some of these fighters, man, that they and a lot of these fighters don't even read the contract, and then they start complaining. And but it's right there in the contract. They can change about, man. They can pull you completely off about. They don't have to pay you. They can make you fight next year. Like them contracts, they very specific, man. They very specific. I mean, like they everything, all the way down to your walkout song. They got that in there. Like all the way down to your walkout song. Like they can determine like, if they don't like your walkout song. Like I thought that was funny, man. If they don't like your walkout song, they can reserve the right to not let you use that walkout song. Okay, it's amazing they strict on the walkout songs, and if the songs got like racial slurs in it, but they can't control Conor McGregor. But that's something for a whole nother story. Okay, but those
And
contracts are detailed, and I would encourage people to go online, look for a Zuffa LLC contract from Zuffa. Look for those contracts. People say Zuffa still don't own the UFC. Well, let me tell y'all something, guys. You know, whenever a telecast goes off, what name do you see at the bottom of the telecast?
super.
You see Zuffa. See, people like guys, I keep telling y'all, and I don't want to take it in a whole nother direction. People like Zuffa LL guys, they don't just get out of stuff. They run stuff. They tell people what to do. They've got a deep, rich history, a very rich history. And these people, they don't. I won't get into it. But I tell you, the contracts are very specific, and they know exactly how they worded it. Everything. Okay. The UFC, they do what they want to do, and those contracts are slave contracts. Most of them are slave contracts. Like, and then you see, you'll get that fighter, right? You'll get that fighter, that fighter that, and see, I'm gonna take this into another direction too. You'll get that fighter that come in and they all happy. They signing a UFC contract. And they don't even know that they just signed away all their rights to make any future money for at least 3 to 4 fights. They don't even know because a lot of these guys they don't hire legal people to look at these contracts. They just read the part with how much salary they're gonna make after 3 fights. See, they read that and then they sign. They be all happy. A lot of these fighters don't read the damn contracts. It's mind blowing, man. How many of these people don't take time to do it? But see, when if the fighters that read their contracts that take time, guess what? They don't just take any old offer, man. They don't take, they look at him like, wait a minute, what's this? See, and this is where Leslie Smith would have been good. And you know why so many fighters getting screwed over now? Because so many fighters they didn't want to actually support Leslie Smith. Now, some people like the Valentinas and the Chris's and the Holly Holmes and the Ronda Rousey were around. The way they doing stuff now, it's more lucrative for them. See, a union for people like Valentina and Chris Cyborg and Holly Holm, that's not a good thing. They stand to lose a lot of money having a union because see, now people can negotiate fights. You can have people ducking fights more if a union. But here go the thing though, the fighters would be getting taken care of if a union was there. So that's the only drawback of having a union, man. You ain't got to do shit. You can sit back, man, and if you got a legal dispute against them, you can sit there and make money. Hell, you only have to fight. Some people, crazy, man, crazy about the union. But okay, I done took this into a whole nother direction, y'all. Let me go to my man PK, man. PK, hell, start somewhere, man. What are your thoughts, man, on some of the stuff I kind of just threw in there at you, man?
Well, to go back on the Stipe DC situation, I've always been one. I've said this in my videos. Like, I am not one for giving an immediate rematch if it's a definitive victory. Like, if it's a controversial decision, if you don't really know who won, whatever, yeah, you can get a rematch. But so I really don't feel like Stipe deserves a rematch. I don't feel like Conor deserves a rematch. I didn't feel like Cody Garbrandt deserved a rematch. So that's kind of how I feel on that. Like, yeah, I have mixed feelings about it in that it kind of sounds like DC might be maneuvering around, but really DC, like, he's the rightful champion. Like, he knocked Stipe out cold. So I feel like he kind of deserves to be able to kind of have it on his terms. And yeah, I mean, Stipe is people were talking about Stipe being the greatest heavyweight ever. So you got to have a full camp with him, man, to do, and I think he deserves the right to be able to ask for that. Now, as far as what you were saying about the UFC and them getting these shitty contracts, I mean, you are just spot on with that. And I think that's why Bellator is snatching a lot of these guys. You know, these guys that are going to Bellator, they're veterans that have been around before the Reebok deal, and they've seen what it's like to be able to have a little bit more control, to be able to get sponsors and stuff like that. And Bellator is just offering them better deals and more money. So I mean, yeah, the UFC is. There's a lot of things I like about the UFC, but that's definitely not one of them. Those contracts and that fighter pay is no bueno to me.
Okay, my brother George Page, man. Go ahead, man. You definitely got to give us your thoughts, man. I'm kind of interested to see what you're gonna say.
That's what's like currently. That's what they're doing now. A lot of countries, a lot of states. There's a policy called right to work, and right to work. What it is trying to push unions out. The last job I worked at had a union, and back in the day, it was a meat processing company, and people had got hurt, or and one point I had a cousin lost a leg because he got caught in the machine, and that's the point of the unions to protect the workers from getting taken advantage of by the system, by the employers, you know, and it was created for that purpose. But like anything that starts with good intention, it can't get twisted. There is some corruption in unions, but the fact is, it was created from back in the day when people had to work 20 hours a day for like $1 an hour, if that much. And these fighters gotta understand that. I know you want to fight. I know you want to work. I know you want to make your money. But at the same time, you got to have respect for yourself as a person. This company is making money off of your sweat, tear, blood, and pain. If anything, they should pay you a little extra time. You know what? In the long run, when it's like 20 years down the road, when you're walking around like you look like Ozzy Osbourne, being over, and your hands are cramped, and your back is sore, and you're punch drunk, and and you just you barely can live. And then when you get to the point where you finally die, you won't have enough money to bury yourself or to take care of your family. So if anything, those guys screw themselves by turning back to somebody like Leslie Smith, who was trying to see, try to fight for the rights of fighters to have respect, to have some money when they come out of this. So like they can do shit like this, like make people like Randa Marcos come up and fight after she just fought a tough fight against Nina Azaroff just a month later and still recovered from injury she had earlier of this year. And then you have people like Anders, who was called to come in the fight the last 2 days of the fight, and then so these guys now, like, look at Chuck Liddell, look at Matt Hughes, look at a lot of these guys who are suffering. They may not, you may not see in public, they're like stand up whatever, but I know at home they get in the morning, they feel like they're broken, they're beaten, and they made all this money for this company and barely get a drop in their pockets. And then the day when they do die or do something happen to them, or it's just sad.
Yeah, it is sad, but one thing though, see, I know a lot of people, man, a lot of people they get pissed at McGregor, but I gotta say, man, Conor McGregor don't want to fight forever, man. He don't. He really don't. And I think what really got him when he lost to Nate Diaz the first time, I think reality hit him like, you know what? I just got choked out. I can't. I just got my ass choked out. Like, how many more of those sessions can I get with the flow of blood not going to my head? Like how many more of those can I take before it's over? Like I think Conor McGregor woke up and was like, you know what? I need to milk the sport because it's too many. It's too many dudes. And one time he said it, man. It's too many broke bums out there in MMA. And I'm like, damn, that's mean. But then I start thinking about all the people. Look, you got Tito Ortiz still fighting. Chuck Liddell. He got fired from his job at the UFC. So he got to fight. Now you ain't finna tell me, man, that he banked all that cash and put it away. Nah, man, come on. I mean, there's no way your old ass would be sitting in there trying to fight again against Tito Ortiz if you banked the money, man. If you did what you supposed to do. Chael Sonnen still fighting, man. And and I'm gonna tell you what kind of led me to believe, because I thought, oh, Chael Sonnen done fought a whole lot, but you know what? Chael Sonnen didn't really make that much money throughout his career, because Chael they started there in that little pioneer group, like they were there in the beginning, and the money, the paydays wasn't that great. And so Chael and people like Chael and Rampage, they kind of caught, well, Rampage a little bit younger than Chael, I think, and they caught the tail end. And see, they were at the beginning of social media, man, right there in the thick of it. And so toward the end of Chael and Rampage's career, they started making a little bit more money. They started matching making money, but in the beginning, man, nah. And so you got all these retired guys, man. They got knee problems, ankle problems, shin problems. I mean, these guys got CTEs, and they ain't got no money. They gotta sit ringside to try to see if they can call fights, and when that don't fall through, these dudes be doing like seminars, and when you see them, these old dudes doing them damn seminars, man, and them seminars be lasting all weekend, they ass needs some money. They do, man. Ain't no way. So I mean, Connor looked at that, man. There's too many of these guys. I can name a few, but he ain't want to be like that, man. And he said it. He said, I don't want to be retired and can't play with my son, and I can't do this and can't do that. So he did whatever he had to do to make sure that his family survived. So I get that. The whole races and the culture thing. See, I don't condone that part, but I understand, man, that that's how the UFC treated. The UFC, they're fan friendly, okay? They're very fan friendly. And with that, it's like we get most of the fights we want to see. I got to be honest, we get most of the fights that we definitely want to see, but the fighters most of the time don't get the pay that they want. I tell you, man, it's a female fighter, and I ain't gonna say her name, but she's very very low on the totem pole, and her and I we talk, we talk back and forth, and she don't interview with a whole lot of people. Y'all probably wouldn't even know if I said her name, but she's in the UFC, signed a contract, and she point blank told me straight up. She said, "Coach," she said, "I don't make shit." That's what she told me. She told me that. She said, "I don't make shit." And I said, "But you signed a contract." She said, "Look, just being in the UFC don't mean nothing." She said they gotta book you to fight, and when you low on a totem pole, they're not trying to book you as fast. They're not trying to get. They'll book you, but then you'll get in there, and if you're not somebody like they like, man, she was saying they'll put you in there against somebody who a killer, done had many more fights, and you got to go in there and you got to survive to eat. That's what she was telling me. So I'm like, damn, okay. So when you first get into the UFC, that don't mean diddly. That don't mean jack. You ain't making no money first coming in. You got to work your way up. And that's the thing about the UFC that people don't get. You got to work your way up into them paydays. Like I think like Megan Anderson came in with a little bit of hype. So I think they paid her a little bit. And they paid Tanya Evinger a six-figure income because she had to fight Chris Cyborg. So they wanted to make her work for a while, but man, they ain't getting no more of them paydays, man. They gotta win. You gotta win fights to really make it in the UFC. And that's the thing. People think, oh, you signed a contract, got that uniform. Oh, you in the UFC. Nah, like my boy Ronaldo, he lived right here in Charlotte, man. My boy Ronaldo, he lived right here. He lived right here. I don't live too far from him, man. I live down in at the border, man, in South Carolina. Man, I see that dude. I see him throughout town, man. He can't afford to just quit his job and just concentrate on fighting. Nah, the man got to work for a living. Damn, Ronaldo got to work. And I'm just like, yo, man. He said, yeah, man. He said, I got to work. It ain't no free rides here. You gotta win fights to eat in the UFC. That's how it is. And so, can you imagine, man, them getting a union? Like, if they got a union, do you know the UFC they gotta pay? They have to pay. You'll have a union like telling them, how much a fighter can come in, like the base salary. Like, man, Dana White, they gonna run from a union like the plague. And that's why Leslie
That's
Smith,
what they need,
they had
though.
to get Leslie up out of that piece. They
But
had to get Leslie out quick because Leslie was gonna fuck up a whole lot of money for a whole lot of people. So they had to get her out of there. Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead, Genesis.
I was just saying, I just feel like they do need a fucking union because they'll give anybody scraps just to get, and then people be like, oh well, yeah, I'm getting into the UFC. That don't mean shit. You could get into anywhere, you know. I know a few Bellator fighters that's doing better than people in the UFC.
Yeah, and you know what, Genesis is because
I do.
they
I know the bantamweight champion, of Bellator. What's his name? Darren Caldwell.
I guess I don't keep up with the men that much,
Hmm.
but yeah, I'm gonna believe you.
Yeah, they doing good. And I asked him, I was like, "You gonna ever go to the UFC?" He was like, "No, I'm good over here." So the UFC, I wish like these upcoming fighters and stuff stop thinking that the UFC is this fucking gold mine and they just finna run in there and it's gonna be all glitz and glam because that's not the case over there.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, when I talked to Janae Harding,
Mm.
I talked to Alejandro Laura, I talked to all these Bellator people, man, all of these people, and I can't remember. I don't interview so many Bellator people. I think 4 or 5 of them, and I'm gonna tell you, man, they all say the same thing. Oh, Denise Kielholz,
Mm-hmm.
man, they ain't trying to go over there. They ain't trying to go over there. Like they can keep their sponsorship money. Because you go to the UFC, you can't wear your sponsors, and you get paid to put them people on your uniform.
And
Like,
I think that's fucked up too, because now you taking money out of my pocket.
yeah, but I'm gonna tell you what the bad thing about it was, and I'm gonna let somebody else get in here and cook. The bad thing about it is these sponsors, they don't allow the fighters to put these sponsors on their uniforms anymore. But the UFC took all the sponsors and they put the sponsors in the octagon. The same sponsors that the fighters would have been promoting on their uniforms or on their banners, the UFC, they took all them sponsors and they keep the sponsors while the fighters got to settle for Reebok money and all this other nonsense, man. Just crazy.
You remember that time, Coach, where they had the guy, he was doing an interview and they made him take off his Nikes. Now, I don't know. I wear my shoes. These are just my shoes. I'm not advertising. These are shoes I wear. But they make the man take off his shoes. Man, I'm sitting barefooted because he'll wear Reeboks. And Reeboks are a great pair of shoes. I wear Skechers. I'm like, I might wear Nikes, Skechers, but I've never been a big fan of Reebok.
Mm, yeah, I get it. Hey, man, well, let me get some of the other guys, man. Let's go ahead. Let's cook on this, man. I done said a lot, y'all. I done said a lot, man. That's why my boy Emays and Eric roll back in the building, man. He'll sort this thing out for me. But okay, XA Gucci 23, man. What are your thoughts, man, on some of the stuff I touched on? Yeah, just go ahead and go with it. Ah, damn, he dropped out. Okay, the
um,
body snatcher. Your thoughts?
Man, I was away for a minute. Can you refreshing up what y'all was going over?
Ah, God, dog, man.
Oh man.
but
God, dog.
we're talking about the unions, how unions will affect if the UFC and Leslie Smith was kicked out because she wanted to create a union to help the fighters in UFC, and also this union also could grow and affect companies like LFA, Invicta, Bellator, and probably PFL.
Oh,
And
yeah.
and I feel like this, that's important by these unions because, like I said, there's this, you never heard the policy right to work, which is a state where you can be hired, you can make this much. But the fact is, you don't get protection where the systems that what unions create. They take advantage of you, and just like they can fight for no other reason, just because they can.
Yeah. They do get a union.
Not, that's the thing. They want people to have a union because if the fighters have a union, that means they can write their own checks if they choose to, because they're the ones who go out there and put in the work and entertain the people.
Yeah. Man, if they do get a union, like I heard y'all coach saying and everybody was saying, like, I know Dana White won because that's more money he'll have to dish out and everything. But they need a union far as honestly needing it for like more like helping like for some of the fighters that's not getting treated right, like how job unions is, like a lot of jobs, they need that kind of union to help do more like fair instead of all the favoritism. I think if they bring that kind of union, that'd be good for the USC though. But far as this union in general, I think it'll be a good idea overall.
Okay. All right. XA Gucci 23, man. Come on, let's go on and cook on this, man. What's up?
Hello, guys. You guys can hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Koala Bear is biting at my fucking Wi-Fi, so he's cutting me off from the street, man.
Damn, koala bear, man.
But anyway, I want to ask you guys, brothers and sisters, a question regarding UFC 229, and it's about Herb Dean. I want to ask you guys, what are you guys' thoughts? I've heard things letting Conor McGregor cheat during the fight. Um, I want to at least ask you guys, get you guys' thoughts on that because that's something a lot of people, media, are actually not even talking about. Her Dean letting Conor McGregor cheat because, like I said, there were no warnings during the fight at all. So I want to hear your guys' thoughts on him for letting Conor McGregor cheat during that fight.
How did he let him cheat? Like I said, I didn't see the fight personally. Some clips here and there, but what did he do? Especially this is Herb Dean. Herb Dean's like the second best referee since Big John retired.
No, I mean, stuff like, he's putting his feet on the cage and got his toes in the cage, and he was really lackadaisical about telling them, like he would let Conor get away with the infraction, and then he would tell them all later. It was real lax, man.
Mm.
Like, I think he was trying to avoid, from taking those points, man, because I don't know. I think I don't know. I thought they was trying to get a guy every opportunity to make a comeback or do something, man. It was crazy. But
I just
um,
say,
I agree.
your
I
thoughts?
agree. I think that I mean I'm not one to really criticize referees too harshly. I mean, yeah, if I see something egregious, it's usually more something like if they let the fight go on too long. If I feel like a guy's taking way too much punishment, that's usually when I'll get on a referee. But I mean, I for me to really like, yeah, I mean, yeah, Connor was definitely like holding. He was grabbing the gloves. He was holding the fence. Um, but I mean, you can really look at like you can go down the list and point to every referee in a fight where they've done something where it's like, God, that I would have done that a lot differently. But me personally, I usually don't go too harsh on the refs. Herb, for the most part, is a pretty good ref. But yeah, I
mhm.
see your point, man. That there was definitely some infractions that they let go in that one.
Yeah, it's not like when Mary was fighting Ashley Evans Smith. She's getting pieced up, and the referee should have stopped that fight where she was getting beat up just as bad as when Joanne was beating Jessica Penne. Then we got Mario Masaki. If she dies, she dies. I mean, we
Oh
seen
yeah.
yeah, we seeing Valentina just basically busted her open, and Valentina even stopped for a second and looked at him like, "Aren't you gonna stop this?"
Do
You know,
y'all remember Steve Mazzagatti?
yeah, yeah, I
The
remember him.
42nd Mazzagatti. I mean, he was the classic prototype for a bad ref, man. But yeah, I mean, I think for the most part, Herb's a good ref.
Yeah, because like I said, that's why I say I put him in
Yeah.
line with
Mm.
Herb is like Herb's second behind John, Big John. Big John was a guy who he refereed most all the stuff when UFC started, and he got his own I think school, like because that's where it said Yamasaki at, so he can get himself together. And I kind of miss Herb. I kind of miss John, but now he's off Bellator being an announcer. I think he's making more money now doing that.
Probably. Okay. Well, guys, we'll let this flow in because we got roughly about 10 more minutes, and we're gonna cut it short, or we're gonna cut it. So let me start off with Genesis Green because I know Genesis was really, verbally passionate about this particular topic. Okay. All right, we're gonna go into Jessica I. Now, Jessica I made some inflammatory statements. Jessica pretty much she was asked on Instagram. Okay, they asked her on Instagram. They said, like, why are you jealous of Derek Lewis for getting a title shot? Why are you jealous? And she said, well, I'm not jealous. Who am I jealous of? Some big black man. And so here's the thing. Okay, I know you were very passionate about Sarge getting her opportunity, and
Mm.
that people were hating on Sarge because she was a black woman. So what I want you to do is maybe respond to your thoughts about Jessica, and even talk about what you feel that why people was just upset with Sarge.
Um, damn, where to start? Let's see. I know everybody feel like it's a big mismatch with her. Fighting Valentina, and then I don't know. It's just so much behind it. Like when black athletes get certain opportunities and they work hard for it, everybody like just want to try to tear everything down. And the comment that she made about Why she couldn't just say that I'm not jealous of him? Why did it have to be a big black man? That just made it racist to me. It really did. She didn't have to say that extra shit in there.
Hmm.
She really
So
didn't have to say that. That's like if I was white and you won or whatever, and they asked me how I felt about you winning, and I'm like, oh well, I'm not jealous of that big black man. Like, how the fuck? Why would you even say something like that? That just came off so ignorant and racist. Like that's crazy. It is, and it's crazy how like all these fighters are able to say all this ignorant and racist shit, and don't nobody tell them nothing. But as soon as a black athlete speaks out or say something about it, then it's, oh, well, they're too ghetto and they're being crazy for no reason. No, like y'all letting people get away with this ignorant shit and nobody's saying nothing.
or being too sensitive.
Yeah, I don't play that shit. Like that just blew my mind when I saw that she said that, and I saw that. I was like, I wish I knew what she was so I could slap the shit out this bitch.
She probably
So I
somewhere in
can knock
West.
so I can knock her teeth clean the fuck out of her mouth.
She probably somewhere in
so
West
Genesis,
Virginia is drinking
hold on one
Mountain Dew.
hold on one second. Let me let Genesis exhaust her questions. Let me exhaust my questions with her real quick, and then you can kind of like you can kind of rebuttal on that for me. Hold on one sec. Okay, so Genesis, real quick. Okay, so what do you think? Okay, what do you, what why do you think all of this? What do you think precipitated Jessica I to go in this direction? Okay, like what in your mind? Like, hey, this is why Jessica said all this stupid stuff.
Deep down, when a person is asked a question and that's their first response, it just shows who the fuck you truly are. That's who she really is. She's racist. Because if she wasn't, she would have never said, oh, I'm not jealous of this big black man. You could have just said, I'm not jealous of, you know, him. Why did you have to throw the black comment in there? Because you really want to say the N word, but you wasn't brave enough to say it. You bitched out. So instead you said black. You know? I
You know,
mean, that's just what
I
it
don't
is.
even think people would have
She
had a
bitched
problem
out.
with her if she even would have said his big fat ass. I don't think people.
Yeah, she could have said that. Why did you have to say black? Because now I'm feeling like you racist and you really want to say the N word. You did. You wanted to.
Okay, so we'll just go down the line. Okay, all right, George, we'll go ahead and throw it up there to you now, sir. Throw the alley oop to you. What kind of thoughts do you have, sir?
I think this is the problem with this girl. She has mental issues. I'm assuming where is she from?
Jessica, shoot, Jessica from shoot, I forgot. Jessica live up north.
Hmm.
I can't remember, man. I forgot. I used to know where she was from.
Yeah.
I almost want to say Chicago. I
Now she's
almost want
from
to.
that.
Yeah. She's from Chicago.
That's the last place you really want to be racist. But there are people in that area because Chicago, black people did have a struggle for many years in Chicago. But the problem is with this woman, she don't understand it. For one thing, you shouldn't be jealous of as you know that hey, you are a woman, this is a man. This is a different situation. You can't put it in your mindset about you. You make now. I understand your situation with about Sarge, but you got to remember, Sarge was the one who didn't act salty. She didn't, she played the role of being a company man, like she said, okay, that's a good idea, yada yada yada. Joanna and Valentina fighting, and then Dana said, you know what, she's a company woman, so I'm gonna give her a shot. She had an opportunity last year to fight for the title originally, so this is kind of a repetition check, a chance for redemption for her. And then Jessica gets all mad because and then the situation happened with Black Beast. Everybody got to teach this guy. He sounded like, well, I gotta, I'm not jealous of this black guy. And sometimes some people, especially if they know that that word in the back of their head, to say the word nigga, she probably wanted to say it, but she had to catch herself because and she just has problems. I I see her someone down the line somewhere in I don't know somewhere in a hole somewhere deep down someplace. You know I don't know wrestling for meth. Her and Lauren Murphy.
Wow. Okay. George Page cooked on that. All right. PK boxing MMA, man. Let me get your thoughts about the whole situation, man. With
Oh God, I
Jessica.
mean, I hadn't really heard anything about this story until just now. But even just hearing it secondhand, I kind of just recoiled. Man, it's very super racist statement, no matter which way you slice it. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, it's just ridiculous. I mean, it sounded like it rolled off the tongue a little too easy for her, and like they were like Genesis and George were saying, like as you know, she probably, or like you were saying too, Coach, like she probably just stopped herself, like from saying something else that she would have had she been in other companies. So yeah,
So,
it's completely ridiculous.
okay. So, PK, why do you think, man? Why do you think, in like, say, if you were in her mind, or if you could just guess, why do you think that she would just let it just roll out like that? Because I mean, don't she know, man, that people been getting fired from jobs, and it's just like for saying like lesser stuff, like
I
literally.
I can't speak for every white person, but I'm white and I've been around a lot of white people, and from my experience, from what I've seen and what I've seen, what I've heard, what I've experienced personally, uh, it has a lot to do with how you're raised. Um, the people that raise you and rear you, and what you hear them saying, and the people the company you keep, and what you hear your friends saying. So I think that's probably something that she has been around for most of her life, even if it's just in a small circle. But like I said, I can't speak for everybody, but I see a lot of that, man. I see a lot of people, white people that I'm around, because it's funny when you're white and you're around other white people, and something like that happens, and they start talking about black people. Inevitably, someone will say the N word, and I always just kind of like recoil and cringe. And or even if they don't say that, they'll say something. They'll catch themselves, and it just you come to find out more often than not that it's a result of who their parents are, and them hearing that from their parents. And I know that's not anything really like a novel concept or anything, but that from my experience, that seems to be what it is. So if I had to guess, yeah, she's probably just grown up around people, or spends a lot of time around people that just talk that way, and that's kind of how just she models herself after that.
Okay. I mean, PK boxing and MMA. Okay. PK boxing and MMA just kind of broke it down. Very methodically broke that down. Okay, the body snatcher. Keith, your thoughts, man, about your thoughts about Jessica's statement on Instagram about referring to Derek Lewis.
Yeah, that like with Genesis Green was saying, definitely sound like she another one that's on that racist side. And anybody racist, man, can't respect them at all. Like even you said, you made a good point, Coach, when you said she just said, yeah, about this fat ass dude, instead of going and saying about this black. Once you brought that black in there, man, especially for us black brothers, we know it's gonna be hard to ever get our respect again. So it's not what people say, is how they say it and how they exactly word it. Man, if she had any black fans, now she gonna lose a lot of them. And if they still stick around and be a fan of her, man, to me they a simp. That's how I look at it. That's how I just look at it though.
All right, my man, the body snatcher said that's how he look at it. Okay, I mean, guys, a lot of really interesting comments about this whole thing. Yeah, it's just like I don't know, man. It's like every couple months somebody say something stupid, man. Somebody will say something, and it's like, dang, did they really just say that? Did they really just say it? Like, what the heck, man? Okay, so the last question that I'm gonna ask, and then we're gonna close it out. Okay, um, I'm gonna start with the body snatcher. I'm gonna start with the body snatcher. Okay, um, Dana White. Do you think he need to stay or do he need to go? And really explain your reasoning, man. Like, why would you think he needs to stay or go?
Well, man, the way his favoritism going, um, well, I'm gonna be honest. One good thing about him is we get a lot of the fights we want to see, but outside of that, I wish he was just promoting the fights. Like if he had an organization to run the whole USC, if he was just the fight promoter and they had somebody else like Ferrari as the president, I think that would be greater because man, like you said, you got his cash cow Conor McGregor let do whatever he want. But if I bet you if that was Khabib, I mean Conor would have won that fight with Khabib. That bet definitely would have been on Conor McGregor waist. So and stuff like that is just look like it's bad for business. This being a favoritism with all that, but I think he needs. I think he do need to go. Especially on top of that is like how he treated Chris Cyborg, but how he did Ronda Rousey it was like night and day. Talking about Chris Cyborg like Anderson Silva inside a dress, just stuff like that. Man, he just looked unprofessional to me, and he bad for business. So only thing he good at is like help promoting the fights and help getting the fights that we want to see.
God dog, body snatcher went in here, man. PK boxing MMA, Dana White. Okay, good or bad needs to stay or go. And why do you think so?
I'm going to keep this one short and sweet, Coach. Dana White definitely needs to go. I think he was necessary in the beginning, but I definitely agree with what the body snatcher said. I think he needs to take a little bit more of a backseat role, or maybe just be the fight promoter and let the business. Yeah, I don't like him being in control of everything. It's too much control for a guy that's that petty, egotistical, and just it's really subjective. So yeah, he needs to go, in my opinion.
Dang, this guy done help put on some great fights, man. Man, y'all don't like old Whisker Biscuit. Okay. All right, George. Your thoughts on Dana White, man? Stay or go, and you know why?
Dana White is a billionaire goon. He's a rich guy who came up from the streets, and he's just had grown out of his goon mentality. I think what he needs to do is step aside or let somebody else take and run the day to day stuff, and he just be there as a figurehead. Just somebody, hey, it's Dana, and that's the guy you talk to. You want to get things moving. That's what he needs to take a sort of a kind of a how to describe it. I won't say assistant position, but more like a lesser position than being president of the UFC. He should be like an administrator or stuff like that. Drop him down low in the totem pole, like associate or whatever. He just needs to get away because he let people like Conor McGregor run the kind of like remember the owner from the Houston, Texas, saying like I don't let the prisoners run the institution, the jailhouse. That's his mentality. He's letting that one of the convicts run the institution. In his job, he should be the boss. He should cut stuff when it gets to the point. The bus. He should pull Colin aside. Or we saw his ass walking out with a bottle of whiskey halfway drunk. He should say, "No, man, can't be out here. Go home, sober up, get your shit together, get right." But the problem is, he's too much of a goon. He's too busy jumping on jets and messing with whoever and everybody, and I mean, it's just he just needs to take a sit back and really see what he's doing. Instead of trying to take a playbook out of Vince McMahon and Donald Trump's life story.
Okay, that was the legendary George Page. And guys, we're gonna end it off. We're gonna end. XA Gucci has vanished. All right, we're gonna end this off with Genesis Green. Genesis Green, your
Mm-hmm.
thoughts about Mr. Dana White? And you can go in, however you go in. I'm moderating it, but you know, yeah. So Genesis, what do you think about Mr. Dana White?
I think he's trash. I really do because if you are going to be everybody's boss and you sign everybody checks, you need to be fair. You need to distribute the same fairness amongst everybody. You can't have a select few of people that you just show favoritism to. It's fucked up. It is. It really is. I mean, that's all I really want his bald head ass to do is just be fair. What?
Oh man. Oh man. Okay.
For real, be fair. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop treating your employees as making you all this money like shit. Like, it's just not cool.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, there are no UFC fights this weekend, but the Bellator card is coming up, and I definitely suggest I might even do some live streaming during the fights and call the fights and see what I can do. See if I feel like calling it. I don't know. I can't. I just don't feel like doing a full time this weekend because I don't know how the fuck he do that shit. Like I'm like, God, dog, dude, you were just on for 4 hours. How you do that? Then he started laughing. So I don't know. I know I'll be watching my girl Janae Hollowpoint Harding. She gonna get into the building and she ready to get in there and rumble with Steve Kavanaugh. So yeah, it's gonna be a good weekend of fights for Bellator. Oh, let me ask one last question to the panel, guys. One last question to the entire panel. Okay, and this is a probably unique question. What does Bellator need to do? And then we'll run it back. We'll start with you first, No, tell you what. Yeah, we'll start with you first, Genesis, and then we'll end with you, Keith, Body Snatch. What does Bellator? Okay, let's talk about the pros and cons of Bellator MMA, and what do they need to do in order to achieve the level of success the UFC has?
Just promote more, continue to being good to their fighters and add more divisions for the women also. I mean, I could see them coming up slowly but surely. They need to do a little bit more promoting and stuff. But I've never heard nothing bad about them, and I know a few people that fight for them. So apparently they good. Cause everybody I asked and I talked to, they refuse to leave Bellator to go to the UFC. So apparently they're being treated good.
Okay, so we'll roll on over here to George Page, and then George, talk to us about maybe some of the pros and cons of Bellator versus the UFC, and what does Bellator need to do, man, to elevate their game to be better than the UFC?
Well, I don't think there's too many cons with them because what other than they don't do pay per views, but you know what? That's a good thing because that gets people to see the fights they want to see. You don't have to pay $60, $70 to see a fight, and then it's not worth watching. You watch it for free. That's one of the big pros. Only real con is that, like Genesis said, they need to develop their women's division a little more. They just all they have there, I think it's just fly, straw, and the feather. They got to bring in the bantam. They got to do a atom weight. They need to recruit more. I mean, there's fighters who probably want to come there because they know they're not going to go to the UFC. You got Sydney; she's supposed to be fighting next month. And you got a couple of other ladies who's sitting off the side waiting because of what happened with the whole tough thing they got screwed out of. I mean, and if he's gonna do, and like I said, to, he's not just going to the backwoods country places. He's going to the big time places, the places where the big cities, places where people will come and see him, and so come see Bellator perform. And Scott Coker, he's a smart guy. I think he learned from when we had Strike Force what he needs to do and how to do it. You know, he's adaptable. He's not like Dana White.
Oh man, George Page put it in there, man. Gave us some nice, man. I mean,
That's
gave
right.
us a nice breakdown of the whole thing, bro. God, dog, that's what's
That's
up,
right.
George. That's what's up. Okay, all right, PK, man. What do you think Bellator MMA need to do, man, to elevate their game to the UFC level?
I think Bellator is doing a good job. I think they need to stay the course. Like George Pace said, I think Scott Coker is a good dude, and I think he cares about his fighters and wants to see them do better than they did in the UFC. And I think, like Genesis touched on, I think they need to expand the women's divisions, and I think they also need to get one or two more big name UFC fighters and maybe in another division to kind of anchor that division and get another division rolling because welterweight and heavyweight aren't really that bad in Bellator, but I think they need another division with some more some big name UFC fighters. But Bellator has a lot of good things going for it. And just real quick before I go, Coach, I want to thank you again for having me on, and thanks to everybody else on the panel, man. Big salute to you guys. Body Snatcher, George, XA, Genesis, everybody, man, and everybody in the chat, man. Salute to you guys. Shout out to the LDMMAC, LDBC, man. All y'all, man. Salute, and I hope y'all have a great night.
All right, PK Boxing MMA, man. Go and subscribe to his channel, man. He makes some good content, and keep up the good work.
Yeah, man. Subscribe to everybody on the panel. Subscribe to everybody putting out content in the LDBC, man. Y'all have a good evening.
That's my man PK Boxing MMA. Very good channel. Go subscribe.
Thanks, PK.
Okay. Now we're gonna go to the Body Snatcher to close us out. And yes, Body Snatcher. Your thoughts on the topic, bro?
Yeah, Bellator. Yeah, they definitely got some good things going. Yeah, like even Genesis said, if they promote more, especially the girls that's been in Bellator like a bit longer, had them fight like the best for the best should fight the best anyway. And I feel like those more experienced girls, they promote them right, like how one thing about Dana White do, if they got a good promoter and make it known, and they actually sort of fight themselves too, like even on the men and everything else, like just get out there, do interviews, so the fight, like how UFC is, I feel like they'll be good because with Bellator is of course not as many people know them, so they definitely just gotta get their name out there more, and it do be some good fights on there and some good cars on there too, so definitely just need some more good promotions and everything.
Okay. Well, man, that's gonna be. Hey, man, shout out to the whole panel, guys. It's time to go ahead because I told everybody, definitely roughly an hour and a half, and we've kind of gone over about 10 minutes. And a couple of things, guys. Next week, okay, I will. I said this last week, but I got to just coordinate with General Africa and make sure, man, that he's not coming in because he's got to do work sometimes. And that was a poor communication on my part. So we'll go ahead and get it because I like to start on time, and I'm not one of those people, man. I kind of like to get the stuff going. So
Yeah.
it was on me because I was chasing some little brats around trying to get stuff, trying to catch it. So, but yeah, guys, we'll try to keep it between hour and 15 minutes to hour and a half. So yeah, and we started, I think, at about 9:40. So I think we're good. But guys, thank you everybody in the chat. Guys, we're trying to get this channel over 1,000 subs. We got the watch hours. Big things, guys, big things. So definitely, share the videos and I don't know, get people to come on and roll with the Come Get This Work Mobcast every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's it, guys. I'm done. What are you waiting on? Subscribe.
Good night.
Peace.